Hello, everybody, and welcome in. We are live here. We have Week 9 BearCave. Not really all that crazy of a week so far. So, like, the first 6 weeks of the season were kind of just upset, and now the last 3 weeks we haven't really seen much happen. Like, really, the biggest upset we saw in the first little portion of today is Duke over Georgia Tech, and maybe one or two ranked teams losing, like Notre Dame. Perfect, you can hear me. This stream is being sponsored by the Paint and Security Hermanos. Yeah, no chance. But yeah, I just wanted to, before we get started, I know we have a ton of new users. We stream all the BearCave games and game day. If you want to not have ads, just use a Twitch Prime sub. If you have an Amazon account, you can quickly link it. I know a lot of you guys, we've been streaming over a month now. So a lot of your guys' Twitch Prime subs did expire, so you might be due to renew it, and then you get, the next month or whatever. Any and all revenue made from the SFA gets reinvested, so if one of you guys does win the national championship, I will buy you a trophy, engrave it, and send it to you. So, yeah. But without further ado, we're going to get started here. We have a lot of G5 games on the schedule today. This is a great G5 week, and there's not a lot of games that were really all that great in the top 25, so... Okay, Mike out here with ad block. Give me my 1 cent from your ad revenue, damn it. But yeah, first game is Eastern Michigan and Western Michigan, 5-1 on both sides. Western Michigan was ranked last week and he lost. So, creator, if you're here, kick or receive. Okay, so you're going to go kick because you don't get the coin toss. Western Michigan completely choked last week against Toledo, so now they're kind of on their back foot in the division. You can't lose too many more of these, and we have a beautiful sunset going out here in Kalamazoo. Welcome in, it's Dreamin'. Remember to follow the channel and subscribe or bits or whatever to avoid ads. We have lots of emotes, so if you guys want to use those, let me know. And I'm TC, by the way, for you guys. And then bottom line, if you guys ever want to submit an ad to be on stream, let me know. You can just DM it to me, and I'll put it at the bottom here. Normally, if I don't get any submissions, like this week, I'll just make a few bottom line ads to kind of promote game day, which is Cal in Washington. Cal always gets criticized, yet they're always just so good. Whereas Washington, they can't score on offense. So, all right, so let's see what happens here. Are we going to have a ridiculous game day? He wanted to kick. He will kick. If you are not familiar with how we do BearCave, is we sim to the fourth quarter. If it's close, then we'll watch the last 2 minutes. So close is within one score. So to start the day, Eastern Michigan gets it off, but Western Michigan gets right back. I like the field here, even though they share it with the soccer field. It's a nice little field here in Kalamazoo, as Eastern Michigan has a 7-point lead here. Oh baby, is Western Michigan gonna suck? No, they tie it up to start the second half, and and they score right before the fourth quarter starts. All right. So the Paint and Security Hermanos, right? What are they going to do to FAU as Western Michigan goes up by 2 scores? All right, so this is not considered close right now as they just go all the way backwards. And, okay, Western Michigan, they tie it up here. And we are going to jump in here, rivalry game. It's a 1-score. Eastern Michigan, they need a stop. Can they get it? Snoop Todd's number 36. He gets the ball. He swings it out. And he gets a first down. Snoop Todd is an SFA player. If you don't know what an SFA player is, they are players that were recruited through the Discord. They are just inherently better than every other CPU player, so they are very valuable to get. And Snoop Todd gets it up the middle, and he goes for 7. All right, so Eastern Michigan's having to start to use those timeouts, and they haven't really been able to stop them. This might just be an easy and they give it to the up back, Terrence McNeil, and he does not get there, so a big 3rd down upcoming. No timeouts, though, left for EMU, so if you get this 1st down, it is over. And they hand it off to the up back, and there it is. Glenn Ewing, another SFA player, the 2nd RB on the roster. He has a touchdown on the day, and that is going to give Western Michigan their 6th win of the season. They are officially bowl eligible, and they pretty much control their own destiny, I believe, in the division. So a big W, unless they fumble here. And McNeil, he falls forward. Cody does it again. And technically, he could still be in play for the Group of 5 auto bid to the playoffs. So sky is the limit for Western Michigan. Glenn Ewing again up the middle. Not sure why they aren't just falling on it. It is a rivalry game, so maybe they want to try to run up the score a little bit. Paint and security. So is it PSH? And there we go. They finally kneel it out, and that is going to do it. I believe also Central Michigan is 6-1, so the Michigans are going crazy. I believe that coming into this game, that Michigan, the Wolverines, were the worst team in Michigan. Now I think EMU ties them on record. Michigan popping off. A big throw to Snoop Todd. And who would have thought that going to the Navy offense was all that this team needed? I like the revamped unis, though, for EMU. Those are cold. So once again, not really a surprise here. I think we all kind of expected Western Michigan. They've been ranked higher all season long. All right, and I always got to get our players of the game. So Henry Wilson actually got it. You would have thought Glenn Ewing with the touchdown, but... Oh, wait, no, they gave him defensive player. That's weird. You see that? 2 wide receivers have the player of the game for Western Michigan. I love the little glitches that happen in this game. All right. Next up, we are going to the Sun Belt. So after Southern Miss got a big victory, South Alabama got a victory. The last one, game of the week here, control of the division. We got Coco versus FIU. Coco, if you're here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. FIU does have the advantage here. But can Daddy Jeff Driscoll, can he do it for him? Their defense is great. Love the FIU uniforms. This is one of the reasons why we haven't updated to a new version of Revamped, is because you lose FIU, and they have a pretty long history in the SFA. That's the team they replaced. So they have a playoff appearance, I believe, back in Season 6. So definitely don't want to gloss over this team. Yeah, this is definitely a critical Sun Belt showdown. If you're Georgia Southern, you don't want to go to 3 losses. All right. Georgia Southern will start with the ball here. And we are off in a quick 3 and out and then an immediate score for FIU, but Georgia Southern responds. And I do believe that they have Skov back there, 90-plus overall. Middle linebackers, they take a multiple score lead, and Georgia Southern is laying it on thick. All right, FIU responds. Can they get back into this? 17-point lead entering the fourth quarter. Florida International scores, and Georgia Southern on fourth down, they go for it instead of kicking the field goal, leaving the door open, but a 3 and out. It's 10 points. We will not be jumping into this unless something changes. And Georgia Southern, once again, they stall out. A no-good field goal. And then FIU stalls out. And an interception by Brooks Clint, the SFA safety. And that's going to do it. Georgia Southern gets it done. Pretty much no offense in the second half. And let's just take a look at the SFA players. Jeff Driscoll, he had 2 picks, but that's all that they needed. And on defense, Kyle Brookins, SFA player, 10 tackles and a sack. The freshman, Patrick Skov, in his return, had 8 tackles. And then Brooks Clint had himself the game-clinching interception. You love to see when SFA players make a big impact. The FIU coaches can't expect a visit from Paint and Hermanos, or Paint and Security. All right, so nothing crazy so far. I do probably believe that Georgia Southern did have the majority of votes in BearCave, probably just because he's a user, but that is considered an upset. All right, next up is actually a really big game for a lot of reasons. First, I mean, Mid-Tennessee State's having they're having this is a this CPU versus CPU game. Mid-Tennessee State having their best season ever. Old Dominion has been a G5 powerhouse that just hasn't really gotten it done this season. But more importantly, I know that for a lot of you guys this is your first stream, but this is game number 6,000 in the history of the SFA. 6,000 games have been played in 10 seasons through this point, and we get to watch SFA freshman Flipper Masters at quarterback take on Blake Bortles, the redshirt senior quarterback, with arguably the most decorated or the best SFA wide receiver statistically in DeAnthony Thomas as well for ODU. So this is a big game, game number 6,000. Thank you guys for joining us, and some of you guys been here for 30 games so far now, and a lot of us have been here for all 6,000. So thanks for watching. Can Mid-Tennessee keep up the dream? So ODU is going to kick it off to start. We're going to see Flipper first. And Flipper, oh boy, and that's a quick touchdown from ODU after a long drive. And they tie it up, though, at the end of the first half, or first quarter. Kind of a low-scoring game, to be honest, but Mid-Tennessee State is taking it to ODU to start this game. Oh boy. Is the power shifting in the AAC? It looks like it is. Mid-Tennessee State looks like they are for real. They're up 3 scores now going into the fourth quarter. Can ODU put something together? Oh my God, they are getting absolutely smacked. This does not look good for my team. The ECU Pirates are kind of scared now. We're in the division. That's our last game on our schedule too. So that might end up being a huge game. Flipper Masters, he had 2 rushing touchdowns and 4 passing touchdowns. This man is a monster. I think we created a monster, dude. 31 for 43, 400 yards, and 4 TDs for the freshman. What a monster, dude. Flipper Masters is a dog. An absolute menace. I haven't seen a notification. Flipper Masters. Just carve it up. And then, but what might be even more surprising than Flipper Masters is the fact that they held ODU's offense. Excuse me, Flame. ECU is still undefeated. Speaking of which, we're gonna after that game, if any of you guys wonder how I handle my own games, if I am not on BearCave or Game Day, I sim it live on stream for you guys, just so there's no funny business or anything. How I sim the games is autosave is on, so as soon as I sim it, I can't go back. So, App State, the one-win team at East Carolina, can we survive and live on for another week? Yes, we do, baby. And look at this. Heimlich Eisenberg scores twice, 3 times, baby. He takes over the lead for the SFA most touchdowns in their career over DeAnthony Thomas. He's now at 32. This man is a monster. You guys can try to deny Heimlich Eisenberg, but he arrives all the same. But Wallace having a great time as well. But Heimlich, 6 catches. See, he doesn't need the catches or the yards. He just scores. That's all you need. Bang, bang, motherfucker. Let's go! All right, 7-0. It's starting to feel... dude, if only I didn't have Mid-Tennessee State to fight, you know? Like, I'd feel comfortable right now, but damn it. Speaking of not feeling comfortable, we have 2 teams now in this next game. It's, Ron, if you're here, let me know. Heads, or kick or receive. But Nebraska, the surprise team on the season, started out 6-0, and then they got kind of throttled by Colorado on game day last week. They ran the ball well, but Johnny Manziel, the Heisman contender, couldn't do anything through the air, and now he has to face Iowa State, who might be one of the best BearCave teams of all time. So, Kiko Strong, Mo Alley Cox, can they prove Nebraska is fraudulent? And can they get back into the race? If Iowa State loses again, they're pretty much out of the race for the division, because they're currently a game back of Colorado. So you got to win this one here. And Iowa State was ranked 26th coming into this week, so this is pretty much a ranked game. And Iowa State does not get a chance to choose here. All right, which Iowa State are we going to see? All right, quick score from Nebraska, and the offense is okay. So this is a really weird start, because not only is their offense not doing anything, but Iowa State's defense is doing something. So this is a weird little defensive battle going on. But Iowa State, they lead at the half. I think I favored Iowa State in this game, and they go up 10 here. Can Iowa State do it? They're dinking and dunking them, and they score again. So Nebraska's offense just completely lost their identity, but they did score. Can they get a stop? They do. But they are down 10. They need a quick score here, and they do get it. So 16 seconds, timeouts are gone. This is just going to be a kneel to end the game. I don't know. I don't like how the game just skips over the onside kick. But Iowa State looks to be like they're going to win here. Yes, there was a missed extra point for Iowa State at the start there, but it didn't matter. They still get the win, and that has to knock Johnny Manziel out of any sort of Heisman races. Yep, that is a cover. Once again, a great line. I really enjoy when I set a good line. It makes me happy. But Juwan Harvey, Mo Alley Cox both score. Johnny Manziel ended up running it in. Iowa State, You hate to see the stat line from Kiko, but you know what? It got it done. The win is all that matters. Mo Ali, he went 6 for 103. You love to see it. And then the defense is really the story today. As you see, Vinny Sinceri did what he's supposed to do. This is why they got him from Notre Dame. He sacked and a lot of tackles for loss. Alec Ogletree as well got involved. So when the SFA players are playing well, I like how we're saying the defense finally showed up. They let up 20 points, but hey, we'll take it. Yeah, I had a feeling that Nebraska was kind of fraudulent. They had a few SCS games in there. Just didn't really feel like they were as good as it appeared. So I'm glad I set the line the way I did. Alrighty, so now it is the sicko game of the week. If you guys want to at Pinstripe to let him know his game is on, if he wants to join us, Pinstripe, I need heads or kick or receive. But this is the sicko game of the week. If you guys don't know how Twitch works, you have something called channel points. It's a currency that you accrue while you watch the stream. And on the sicko game of the week and the last BearCave game, we do a prediction. Okay, so our prediction today for this sicko game of the week is how many touchdowns will Arch Manning throw? Okay, Arch Manning is Buffalo's quarterback. Will he throw over 3, or will he throw under 3 against Miami, Ohio? Now, if it hits 3, I count that as the over. Okay, so if it hits 3, that counts as the over. I'm going to give you guys, get your channel points ready. Remember, you can do more than the base level 10. I'm going to give you a minute here, so start the prediction. How many TDs will Arch Manning throw? This is the biggest game in Buffalo history in recent years. And anybody who put points into the community challenge, it failed, so you got them all refunded. So if you're wondering why you have a shitload of channel points, that is why. So there's like 25K. Hey, Dogwater just subscribed. Yes, sir. Pretty much the over's 2.5, yeah. But I just do 3 because it's a lot simpler. So bet your channel points here. A lot on the under, so not a lot of people are believing in Buffalo here. I don't see Pinstripe in here, so okay. While we wait, can you guys tell me what's going on with the Raw stuff? Is that like a new thing? I thought we just got started Riz, right? You guys need to let me in on this stuff so I can seem hip. So it's 1.9 versus 1.5. If he hits 3, it's the over. I always give the benefit of the doubt to the over because life's too short to pick the under, right? Oh, okay. Raw is that. I gotcha. Alright, I don't see Pinstripe in here. So please, guys, if he's not watching, don't spoil it for him, okay? Just tell him, hey, he needs to go back and watch his game. Let me know the stuff. God damn it. I am a boomer, dude. I'm 25, have a full-time job, and basically my life is work, my girlfriend, and the SFA. So you guys need to let me know on this stuff. No, it didn't. So Dogwater, on your settings, then you have you probably have quote-unquote bad words blocked. Alright, it's a little bit cold here in Buffalo. Shocker. Yeah, it automatically hides words on Twitch. But yeah, I want to make sure you guys don't spoil it for Pinstripe because he enjoys watching it back when he can't watch, so. Don't just add him and say LLL. Tell him just to watch his game. As you got Arch Manning. This is the most hype Buffalo has been in their 3 years. I think everybody's pulling for him. He's facing Miami, Ohio, who is really ran the MAC the last 3 years. So, be very interesting. 3 opponents, and Buffalo has won by like 28 each game. I don't see Pinstripe here, so I just always do heads and kick. So we're kicking. All right, can Pinstripe do the unthinkable? He has them at home. And nothing doing so far. A lot of turn. Okay, Miami, Ohio starts it out. So they stalled on one of those drives. Miami, Ohio goes up 2 scores, but Buffalo responds. And they get a field goal. And they take the lead. And they score another. A 70-yard touchdown rush by Apollo Ames as time expires. Apollo motherfucking Ames, baby. The backup running back SFA player. 73 yards at the end of the half to go up 2 scores. Oh, baby. Is it happening? Is Buffalo here? And another quick touchdown. What is going on? And a fumble recovered by Buffalo. And another fumble. Oh, no. Somebody fumbled it. Is Miami going to get back into it? They do. They score, but they miss the extra point. And, all right, we're down to 3 minutes. Miami, Ohio has the ball. And, folks, we're going in. We're at 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Miami, Ohio. They need a touchdown to score. They're down 4. The missed extra point might be huge as they can't tie it up. And a quick throw, and that's almost picked. Andrew Jordan. That's not George Jordan, the SFA player. Oh, baby. 3rd and 5. He's open. Hit that tight end. And he's short. Are they going to go for it? You got to imagine that you go for it here. No man's land, and they are. 4th and inches. They're 3 for 3 on the day. All the big nasties are out here. They come out in pistol. Who's going to make a play? We're looking at Michael Morse here. They're going to throw it, and it's a drag route to the tight end, and he breaks a tackle. Rhett Williams, he does it. That was a play that they might have won. I don't think anyone was expecting a throw there. Andrew Jordan, again, with the tackle. So many SFA players on this team, on the defense. Michael Morse, John Elevate. And a big tackle for loss for Buffalo. And then on the back end, they got Eddie Piper and Barney Fish. They got George Jordan. Miami, all the time in the world. There's just been absolutely no rush, but this offense is looking horrific. 3rd and 13. We're looking for a Barney Fish play. He already has 2 pick sixes on the season. They run it on 3rd and 13, and who else but Michael Morse with the tackle for a loss. The team of the year left end, Michael Morse. And you got to go for it again here, don't you? Yes, you do. 4th down. 4th and 14. Can Buffalo win it? It's going to be a screen pass, and that's not going to do it. Buffalo, baby. Are they going to do this? They're 50 seconds away from controlling the division. They need 1 first down to seal it. They hand it off. Apollo Ames up the left side. Or no, that's Abdes Abdul. 2nd and 6. He's back from injury. Second and 6. They give it to Apollo Ames up the middle, and that's going to do it. Buffalo is going to win the football game, and Coach Pinstripe is above 500 for the first time in his career. Oh, my God. 3 seasons in the making. If you don't think that you can rebuild a program in the SFA, if you don't think that you can recruit with a tiny budget, look at this man. And we're begging to see the over here. I don't know if they're going to win the MAC, but Buffalo controls their own destiny at this point. With 5 games remaining, they control their own destiny in the MAC. And this is his first ranked win of his career. Coach Pinstripe is going to be on top of the world. 3 seconds left. 2, 1. And there it is. Buffalo does it. They get the upset at home. SFA players splash plays all over the field, and that's what it takes. Arch Manning and the unlikely story of Apollo Ames, the starter from last year, had a terrible year. He gets benched, and then he takes over because of injury, and 3 touchdowns and 120 yards. Miami, Ohio, they've been on BearCave before against Toledo a plethora of times. They've won in triple overtime. They've won in double overtime. And they've choked multiple times as well. And today they were choking. Their offensive play calling was horrendous. And Folsom had a hell of a day. What a sicko game, baby. Let's take a look to see how they did it. And more importantly, how your guys' channel points are going to shake out here. So scoring summary, a run, a run, a run. Oh my god, a run, and a kickoff return. Our boy Arch Manning didn't even score 1 touchdown throw. Oh no. Oh no. Anyone who bet the over is just seething at this point. Yeah, you win, but the under hits. That hurts like a motherfucker. Oh, baby. Oh, I love the sicko game of the week. Arch Manning. So you got to give this win to Apollo Ames. This man was having himself a day. Obviously, that 73-yard long one. And then LeBourne, he had a kickoff return. So big days. And Ty Schultz, the redshirt freshman, had himself a game as well. So fuck that guy. Fuck Arch Manning. Oh boy. Peyton Security Hermanos is coming for Arch Manning's kneecaps. You know what? Pinstripe is the head of the Buffalo Mafia, the Bills Mafia, so I wouldn't doubt it. But Buffalo does the unthinkable here. God, what a game. That's one of those moments in the SFA that really get you addicted to this. Like, if you're new, it normally, it takes a game, something like that to get you sucked into why the SFA is so great. So, that was a great game. And now we go to, arguably, one of the biggest matchups of the season for the, this is the biggest matchup so far for the group of 5. 2 teams, Houston and Louisiana. Louisiana was probably the preseason favorite to get the auto bid, but Houston, they have a win over Washington. Skyflyer, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. This is a huge one. And if we see Darren Williams make any highlight plays, that will be spliced up and posted in the Road to Immortality, as he is a #1 recruit. So there are SFA players on both sides. Coach Dirty Bird versus Coach Skyflyer. The loser is knocked out of the hunt for the G5 playoff bid. And currently, all 3 undefeated group of 5 teams won today. Louisiana Tech, Mid-Tennessee State, and ECU all won. So to keep pace, the winner here is going to have one hell of a win. All right, I don't see Skyflyer, so we're going to do heads and kick. So we're going to see Daryl Jackson first. A quick touchdown for Louisiana, but Houston responds. I don't think there will probably be a lot of defense being played. Come on, can we see a Darren Williams interception live on stream? We've never seen one before as Houston takes a 2-score lead. Oh, no. As we're into the third quarter, where's Nyder Finley? Where is Daryl Jackson? Oh, this is horrible. Please. Oh, no, Dirty Bird. Oh, this is like when they were... This is like when they're on game day against Penn State. And an interception for Dale Jackson. And Houston takes another huge lead. And Dirty Bird's season is all but over as Houston annihilates them. Have we been underestimating this Houston team? Oh, no. They just got smacked. I got to see Louisiana's. Daryl Jackson, 2 interceptions. Nyder Finley, he had 2 touchdowns. Shane Acho. And how did my boy Darren Williams do? Darren Williams had 3 tackles and nothing else. Oh, that just kills me. Houston's out to make a statement. I know Skyflyer has been preaching, oh, we don't get any respect, blah, blah, blah. I mean, they do have a win over Washington, so when they were undefeated in a top 10 team. So we'll see. But that one hurts if you are Dirty Bird. So I expect Houston to jump up in the rankings. An important note. If you want to be on the playoff committee, you got to let me know because it starts next week. All right, now we're going to go. We haven't really seen many upsets today. Could we see a big one here? We got Florida, the number 2 team in the country, just dominant against a struggling Georgia team. And more importantly, if Florida loses, does that open it back up for Tennessee to potentially win the SEC? As of right now, Tennessee's locked out. And look at this defense from Florida. First in every category but rushing. That's ridiculous. Georgia, who was a playoff team last season, they lost Brock Vandegrift. He declared as a redshirt sophomore, surprised everybody, and left them with Brian McBrien, the quarterback, the SFA player. Florida will start out with the ball. And this BearCave is going by super fast today. We haven't really seen much as Florida is struggling here. As it's a tie game, they do take the lead right before half. A long drive, nothing, and Georgia ties it up. Oh, baby, number 2 is on the ropes. And an interception by Ryan McBrien. Oh, no. Can Georgia win this game? Florida does nothing. Oh, man. And God, dude, Georgia has such good field position, and they just can't do anything here. All right. Can the number 2 team in the country stay unbeaten? Remember, Florida came back against Tennessee. He's jamming it deep and a wide open man down the sideline. Touchdown, Florida. 3rd and 7 from their own backyard. And Carlos Del Rio Wilson overcoming 3 picks and a bomb to put them back up by 7. Right when they needed it most, and you know what? That's the kind of game, or that's just the kind of team Florida's been. When they need something, they get it. Every single time this season. They might be a team of destiny. Florida obviously was our Season 1 national champion. They made it back to the championship in Season 4 undefeated, and they lost to Oklahoma, and then since then they've just not been able to get back up to par. But this year may just be the year they return to the playoff. But there's still a lot of time here for Georgia, and we're still watching because it's a one-score game. We've seen this offense plenty this season, Brian McBride, but they don't have their top. I don't believe Justin Robinson is in. He might be back. We'll see here. And a terrible throw from Ryan McBride, the SFA player. He just hasn't been the same since he got gangbanged by that gaggle of rebels back in week 3. Georgia start out in the top 5. And a free blitzer. He gets it off in a big throw and delivery. You can talk as much shit as you want about Brian McBride. But Aaron Ford, the SFA player, he's like their third stringer. He comes up big, the dreadlocks, and he is a threat. Georgia's definitely not out of this. This team can deliver. And McConkey, Ladd McConkey, he gets his 12-yard gain. McConkey came up big in that playoff game against Kansas State, where they won in overtime. Man in motion, they hand it off up the middle, and they're going to stop him here, this Florida defense. Remember, ranked number 1 in pretty much every statistical category is Kendall Milton. It's only his second touch of the game. All right, a big 3rd and 9 now for Georgia. McConkey. And 4th and 5, this may just be the game now. Big 4th down. And they go for a mid-screen. Can Ladd McConkey get there? He breaks a tackle. Ladd McConkey, the grit. This man is gritty. He had to break that tackle, and he did. Unfortunately, something TJ Hawkinson couldn't do yesterday. When you throw it short of the sticks, you need a broken tackle. Brian McBride, a big blitz, like cover 0. Oh, my God, and that was almost picked off the deflection. Georgia's still alive here, still has 3 timeouts at the 30. No time to panic if you're a Bulldog fan. Come out split backs. And they throw it, and Ladd McConkey again. Is McConkey the kryptonite for Florida? He's the only thing that's carving this team up. And they're running a Wildcat, and it works. He finds room to the outside, breaks a tackle. Dejon Edwards to the 2. They're pulling out all the stops here. And they come out empty, 5 wide, and look at the bottom of the screen there. No one's covering him. It's a QB draw. Brian McBride to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. They tie it up. Oh, my. What a big drive there by Georgia. Some Wildcat, some 4th downs, pulling out all the stops to take out number 2. But yes, Flames saying it best. That's a lot of time for the number 2 team in the country. Arguably should be number 1. I mean, take your pick. Ohio State and Florida have both been just by far the best teams in the country, besides Boston College. Can they stir up some more magic? They had a game-winning drive against Tennessee live on BearCave. Can they do it again? Start out here, Brant Dawson, and they are hurrying it up now. 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. And they are just going to run the clock. We see this often. Teams are scared to take a shot. And wow, a false start it looks like. So that actually might save Georgia here. Or sorry, save Florida. Because normally we see when the CPU does that is like they run out the clock. But with a false start now, time stops. You still have 3 timeouts. They can still move the ball here, so that might be beneficial, as that one's going nowhere. They do call it a catch, though. Can Florida avoid going to overtime? A Georgia team that's had a down year, already 3 losses. Can they make something magic? Del Rio, and that's not going to get there. And timeout Georgia with 30 seconds left. So now Georgia, they might have a chance to put this away in regulation, and they are bringing the house on this kick. And they don't get through, but they are going to have a return, and it's Aaron Ford, the SFA player. Can he make something happen? He stiffies a man. 11 yards, 21 seconds, 2 timeouts. Can Georgia get into field goal range? They do have a decent kicker. He can hit it from like 40-ish to 45 yards. And watch out for Ladd McConkey. He has been a menace today. And he blows past him. This is going to be a screen pass. Are they going to be able to take him down as Edwards fights? 15 seconds, and they take the timeout. A huge game here. Massive playoff implications here. As it's a, oh my God, that was almost undercut. And I think after that scare, Georgia might just be fine taking this to half, as it looks like it. Except, will they get a snap off? No, they do not. So we are headed to overtime here in Athens. Both teams putting up a touchdown in inside 2 minutes. And we're going to see Florida on offense first. They had 1 good drive and 1 bad drive. They come out in split shotgun. Take the handoff over the middle, and that's a drop. Del Rio's just not, beside that 1 big play, they've really not been able to do much on the offensive side. Watch out for Jordan Whiting, the #1 overall in-game recruit from last season on this defensive line. They're running quick option, and Del Rio gets stuffed. That's the last thing you want to see. Now Georgia is on their back heels. And he's going to the end zone. And it's, oh my God, Keely Ringo dropped it. Oh man, they could have kept Florida scoreless. And they bring out the field goal team. Can they go up 3? The kick is up. And it doesn't look all that great. And he off the post. #2, Florida does not score. Georgia just needs a point. Can Georgia do it? They come out empty. They're going aggressive. Can they do it? They go QB drop the middle. Oh my God. Can Georgia get it done? Down 7 with under 2 minutes left. Can they do this? A missed field goal off the upright. McBrien, he dumps it off, and that is a quick tackle there. 3rd and 8. You would like to get at least a few more yards to make it a little bit more of an automatic field goal. They come out empty again. Is this going to be another QB sneak? No, it isn't. He dumps it off, and that is caught. Cody Williams hangs on. All right, here we go. Field goal formation for the win to upset number 2, Bobby Doucette. This is a 35-yard field goal, and the kick is up, and it's good! Georgia takes out Florida. The number 2 team in the country falls. Undefeated no more. And the dogs are barking. What a gritty drive. They had Wildcat. They had 4th down conversions on the number 1 defense in the country. Yeah, Georgia has 3 losses, but this is the biggest win of the season for anybody. I will say, Nick, though, you're still in second place in the division because they hold the tiebreaker. But you're in the step in the right direction. Florida, 3 losses, most surely will be ranked, though. Cannot believe they missed the field goal. And he's so wide open here, too. Florida chokes. This might need this whole Florida game might need a fall apart. I think Florida deserves it here. The last fall apart was Tennessee. I think it's fitting. The next one is Florida. Yeah, I think Georgia gets into the rankings despite having 3 losses, surely. What a win for Georgia. The dogs are barking. Barking at children all over the city now. Say what you want about Ryan McBride, but he's gotten it done in some big moments. They have the win over, I believe, did they beat Ole Miss? I do think so. Georgia lost to both teams. Georgia. All right, 2 games left in the BearCave stream. That was a good one. Do we have more drama coming up? I know we want a potential coach. They want Michigan to win this next game. Michigan at Illinois. Can Illinois continue their hot hand? They won the division last year. Can they do it again? 2 of the best offenses in the country. Michigan had a horrible start, but they're having a great start to Big Ten play. They might finally found a rhythm. Can Illinois do the unthinkable? I mean, the division's just completely up to them. Like, they control their own destiny at this point. And they're down early here. Okay, a quick touchdown. Now remember, this team has Doug Chonkla. They have Mike Allstott. And they have Kyle Horry on the defensive end and Vince Wilfork. So lots of SFA players on this team as they go up 10 here in the 4th of truly a Big 12 or a Big 10 game. But Michigan responds immediately. This game's close. Doug Chonkla, he's going crazy right now. 4th and 1. What are they going to do? And they're going for it. Up 3 on the verge of field goal range. Chonkla in the backfield. They're going to throw it. You have your fullback. He's going deep. He connects. The broken play, but they just couldn't get home. And Samari Collier delivers a absolute piss missile. And now they're inside the 10. With a touchdown, this game might be all but over. Doug Chonkla, the SFA running back. This would be a huge win for Illinois. Just to stay at 1 loss. and to keep their undefeated Big Ten season alive. Man in motion. Hand it off to Chancla again. This is power running. Can he push through him? No, he cannot. Chancla inside the 5. Up by 3, 3rd and goal. No timeouts for Michigan. They will get the ball back here if they get a stop. They toss it out wide. He gets a pancake from the tight end. Touchdown, Chancla. Illinois goes up by 10. And that surely is it with Michigan. Let's see the extra point. A beautiful pitch and a beautiful pancake. That's exactly what you want. It's always that pesky corner that can blow that play up, and he just got smushed. All right, it's back to a 2-score game, so I can't touch it unless they score. Can Michigan get a touchdown? And they do with 39 seconds left. But Illinois, they actually get the ball back, so the game is over here. They win by 3 as long as they don't do anything stupid. Yep, a very big quality win. This could get Illinois up into the conversation for the top 10. And Illinois, who got destroyed by Ohio State in the Big Ten championship last year, can they actually put up a fight this year? That is the question. Or will Michigan State somehow win the division? We shall see. Doug Chancla, your player of the game. A huge throw to Williams there. And one game is left here on BearCave. Once again, drop a follow if you are new and you haven't yet. Twitch Prime subs, anything helps it out, and I reinvest anything you guys put into the channel back into you guys. So thank you guys for watching always. We got Illinois here, and the final game. Except, hold up, we got to make sure. So, we still got some things to happen here. The stream isn't over. Besides, we have game day coming up right after this. So, the stream will end, but it will come right back up. So, obviously, we have that game. I want to make sure everything else is simmed. Sometimes I miss a game. California, there you go. All right, it's cool. So, game day, and this is the last one. And this is a doozy. I'll let you guys look at here. This is where your channel points can come back into play. We had the Arch Manning one, but who wins this game? There's no line or anything. It's just a straight up Tennessee or Alabama. Who do you think's gonna win? BearCave has a spread. We do not. So get your channel points all ready. It's coming in hot. You got a whole minute here to put in your predictions. Let me know. Is Tennessee going to win? Now, Alabama has 2 in-game recruits visiting this week with Perry Sly and Nathaniel Bandit. So if they get a win, this could be a massive haul coming for Alabama. And for Tennessee, this is actually going to be their biggest remaining game of the season. They have Buffalo, Kentucky, and Vandy left. So, I mean, you have Buffalo, who looks tough, but So currently, all the money is going on Tennessee. Nobody's putting any money on Alabama. Let's see if I can hop in there and put some money on Alabama. We got 9 people watching. Come on, use your channel points, you scrubs. And, okay, submission is closed. Boo. All right, 20% is on Alabama. So whoever chose Alabama, you are going to have quite the haul if you win. Nick, let me know, heads or tails, kick or receive as we get started here. And The real question is, can Lou Ishire get himself into Heisman contention with a win? This Alabama team is no joke. They do have 2 losses on the year, but just like Georgia in the game before. How do you miss it? I gave you so much time. Choke, choke, choke. I gotta start giving you guys like 5 minutes. God damn. Alright, he wanted tails and kick. Honestly, Nick, I want you to win, absolutely, but it would be nice if you lost so that Fink would rank me number 1 in his poll. As Alabama gets a 3-point lead to start, and a quick turnover, and a touchdown! Tennessee goes up quick! Remember, this is their last big game of the season, really, of the regular season, and they're holding Alabama to field goals as we go to halftime, and Tennessee is up 8. And a quick touchdown, Alabama, but they do not get the 2-pointer. Tennessee scores again, and they score again. Now they're up 15. Tennessee. But Alabama, they score, and they do get the 2-point conversion. They aren't going away. A 3-and-out. And an interception by Nate Robinson. We're going to go play-by-play. Lou Ishire, can he do it? Another big play. Can they score? They're on 1st and goal. 4th and 1, and the 18-yard field goal is good, so I cannot watch it. So we just got to sim. We're just going to go play-by-play just to make sure I see like any onside kick or whatever. And they are driving. 47 seconds left, and they score a touchdown. All right, the onside kick. Down by 3. Can Alabama get it? And it goes skied out of bounds. Oh, no. So Tennessee takes over. Alabama still has 2 timeouts, so they technically could get the ball back with maybe 5 seconds left here. But they're coming out and throwing. They are just going to run it, though. And that was a big hit. You need Small to fumble it here if you're Alabama. Most likely will not. And this could be the last play, as if they get under 40 seconds here. What a game. Oh, my God. Jalen Wright just absolutely smacked. 3rd and 7. I believe the game is going to be over. They hand it off, and they stop them. But, yeah, play clock. They might end up snapping it, though. So they're going to have to do something here. They come out with the punt team. The question is, will they snap it? Will they give Alabama even a chance? I think the only chance is if Alabama returns this for a touchdown. I think the game may snap it with 1 second left, but we'll see. Tennessee, this would be a huge W. This would move them up to number 2 in the nation. Or might keep them at 3, depending if people start ranking Boston College at 2. And they aren't going to snap it. That's the game. Tennessee stays. They're not undefeated, but they stay up there. So if you had Tennessee winning, congratulations. An easy dub. Nick avoids disaster. Now he just has to avoid the upsets. But he should go 11-1 now. Lou Ishire had himself a good day. They avoid the comeback. 4 touchdowns, 2 picks for Ishire. He does throw 2. I believe that those are his 2nd and 3rd interception of the season. Jalen Wright had himself a day, but no touchdowns. And then on defense... And then how many pancakes did Michael Orr have? No pancakes for Michael Orr. Boo. Nicely done. All right. as is BearCave tradition, we're going to go over next week's matchups so you guys can get a gauge of what's going on here. And I'm going to take the suggestion of allowing you guys to help me decide game day. So I'll put out a poll either today. I'll probably wait for rankings, though, to put out the poll. But I'll put out 3 options, see where you guys are interested in. Now, I'm not guaranteeing I'll take the advice because you guys like to be memes. You guys like to meme me, so. But we are week 10. This is the last week where we cannot have a repeat. So Tennessee Buffalo is barred from being game day. This is the last week. And remember, after week 10, you got the playoff committee. You got Kansas at Texas Tech. Kansas is blocked. Minnesota, Illinois. Minnesota is blocked. Georgia Tech and Pittsburgh. Ooh, Michigan State is blocked in Michigan. That's going to be a fun one. That will be BearCave probably for sure. Southern Miss UAB. Some great games here. USC and Arizona State. Mid-Tennessee State. Toledo, Air Force, and Army. Georgia State. This is another tough one for Coach Coco. Utah. California and Oregon State. Houston with a huge win. Rice and Louisiana Tech. Texas A&M and Ole Miss. Oh, baby. Oh, man. This would be a great game day, but I believe Ole Miss has already had their game. Have we had an Ole Miss game day? We had to have, yeah. We might have to make an exception, though, because the playoff committee is back at week 10, right? So, you'll see. We'll see. I'll decide. Let's see if there's anything else that's insane. Colorado returns to action. Ole Miss hasn't been on a game day? Cap. They had to have. Nebraska, Missouri. Nebraska is probably going to fall out of the rankings. Ohio State and Maryland. That was game day last year. Poor LSU, man. They are terrible. Old Dominion in Florida, so this could be a sneaky game. Iowa and Wisconsin. That's a fun one. Do I play next week? Did we see in Iowa State? Yeah, you're at Eastern Michigan, so a tough one for you. Man, we might have to make Ole Miss Texas A&M the game of the week. That's so disgusting. I don't know. I'll come up with an option. I mean, okay, so I have the rule. Where you can't have a duplicate game day in the first 10 weeks. Just so we can see some different teams, right? I'm checking my game day greats, Nick. Stop whining. The SFA Dick Rider in the comments section going crazy right now. All right. So week 1 was Kansas, Tennessee. Yeah, Ole Miss had number 2 when they beat Georgia. Week 2. It's not the best conference. So week 10 is when the committee starts. So I could just make the rule in the first, like when the committee's not, you know. So let me decide if there's a better game. We'll see. All right. Anyways, guys, that's going to end the stream here. Join back in for game day. I know a lot of you guys only watch BearCave and then you ignore game day, but I think game day will be better than you think it will be. But I'll be back in probably like 5 minutes or so with game day. So thank you guys for watching.